Howdy. I'm doing a review today on the Fiskars X7 polymer handled, very oh so modern axe from the Fiskars of Finland axe company. I'll just put the specs in a sliding scroll of text at the end because I'm out in the bush and I don't have them with me and I don't feel like getting my phone out and reading them off all boring like. So just tell you what you've got. You've got a what they call as a high carbon steel head, which I've found to be fairly soft in the other Fiskars models I have, but it comes with a very keen edge and is a fairly resilient steel. It will sort of dent before it snaps, kind of thing. You've got a polymer handle, which is somewhat controversial, I suppose, in the axe purist world. These get a lot of good attention, and there's a certain traditionalist portion of the market that is bothered by that. The basic fact of the matter is they're just really good, and they are good, and they last just as long as wood, some people would say, because Fiskars claim this stuff is nigh indestructible. So I don't know, we're talking matters of 10, 20, 30 years. So I mean, whether an axe lasts 30 years or whether it lasts 60 years, it doesn't really matter to me unless I've spent $200 on it and I'm expecting it to be heirloom quality. This, I spent $50 on it, and I don't expect it to be heirloom quality, but I do expect it to last more or less my lifetime. Made in Finland. This is sold as a camp hatchet, so for chopping and splitting tasks. And what I'm going to do first up is I'm just going to stand next to a tree and just chop on that tree for a minute and let you know how it feels after that. Cool? And then we'll do a couple of other little tests, and probably either the video before or after this one will be an axe showdown between this and several other of my hatchets. So stay tuned for that as well. Cheers. Okay, so this wood is dead as a doornail. It's a giant dead tree with nothing alive on it. So I'm just going to chop into this for a fair while. I'm going to set a minute on my stopwatch actually. This might be boring viewing, so I understand if you want to fast forward this part. I might even fast forward it myself. Alrighty, 1 minute of pretty strenuous chopping starting now. Oh, timer's done. Alrighty, how's it looking? How did that feel? Well, that felt alright. The edge is still sharp. Not as sharp, but it's still pretty sharp. Has a little bit of a wobble in it though, from just very, very small, just down there. It's right on the edge though, so it's just what you get when you use a softer steel against such a hard, dead redwood tree. So, as I said though, the aim of that test was more to test your ergonomics. The good thing was that hook there, just your hand isn't going anywhere. You don't need a lanyard. It's almost a right angle by the end, but it's a soft right angle, so it's not going to dig into your thumb or anything. There is no discoloration on my pinky finger at all there where it was digging in. Even this material it's hard plastic, but it's somewhat soft or rubbery or something as well. I don't know. It does really well. I got no fatigue in that because it's such a light axe. I probably could have gone for another 2 or 3 minutes before I really wanted to stop. So very good ergonomics, very happy with them. Pretty good across the grain. Okay, I've just sawed with the magnificent Sven saw a pretty seasoned round of wood, which I'm now going to split with the Fiskars X7 Hatchet. I'm going to aim for right down the middle, so let's see how that goes. Legs apart and fail. Because I'm a real channel and I keep it real, I'll leave that in. Yeah. Let's try again. Upsy daisies. Righto, middle, middle, middle. Did the trick. I reckon another strike will finish it off. 2 more strikes. Gross, look at that spider web. Yes, this hatchet does indeed split. That wood's actually quite raw still. Yes, indeed. Oh, the flies are out today. They are all eating my face. So yes, it will split your wood into kindling. It's like a wood cleaver. Good stuff. It's completely hollow. How cool is that? About this bad boy. Mark off. Yep. Alrighty, when you buy a Fiskars, you get this, which is kind of a sheath, but probably not the way that you're used to a sheath being. The best way to attach this, in my mind, would be to buy a carabiner, put it through the top there. It does have a little bit of a notch there for those sorts of things, and just to dangle it off a belt loop. Apart from that, it does hold onto it very well. This clip slides across, hatchet swings out. Cheap, but not at all nasty, and rather effective. My overall feelings for the X7 are very strong. I do have a bit of love for the Fiskars brand. I know lots of their stuff is made in China, but they're still undeniably the kings of a certain group of cutting tools, namely scissors and secateurs. Axes, well, probably the kings of the cheap axe, that's for sure. And really, a cheap axe is just as essential, I think, as the expensive heirloom axes. Not everyone can have a Gransfors Bruks small forest axe, and even if you do, you don't want to take it out and use it for everything. You want to sort of use it sparingly, use it when you're going to enjoy it. These axes and these axes, these fill the voids that when you just need to chop something or grub something out, and they do it very well. Both of them do, they're just a bit different. The S-Twing, a little bit more light duty, but this one, fully capable. Just a few shades of cutting quality off of the Gransfors small forest axe, in fact. So overall, very happy with the Fiskars X7 and would wholeheartedly recommend it, especially if you can get it for under 50 Australian dollars or $30 in America or whatever you guys are paying for it. Very, very good. I can't really think of a fault right now, apart from perhaps the steel being a little bit soft, but yeah, I mean, it's almost what you want in an axe, so probably not even a valid criticism. Anyway, I'll see you in the next review.